I just got done eating that soup. It is so good. I did put some cabbage in it, but I didn't really let the cabbage cook, a whole bunch because I wanted it to be a little bit more crunchy. But there was lots of flavor to it. Tons and tons and tons of flavor. I will probably, in a couple days, give or take, walk you guys through how to cook it. It is an odd recipe, I know. You could, if you wanted to, leave the Nepals out, but I loved it. Those are the cactuses. And, there's lots of nutrients in those, and that's a low-carb vegetable, basically. And mushroom and cabbage. And you can leave out the chorizo, the Mexican sausages, too. I just threw it in there just because, we had some leftovers of it, so might as well use it, right? But the flavor was really good. Really, really good. It was a very, several different kinds of flavors, a very complex, instead of just, bland old eggs, it had a very, very complex flavor to it. It was really good. It was a little bit spicy, but not enough to where, I was being like, I can't, I need to drink water. It was just right. Of course, that being said, I know my mother would like to have it a little bit more spicy. So, one suggestion is if you don't like it real spicy, take the seeds out of the serrano pepper. The seeds and the little white veins that are inside, take those out. If you like it more spicy, I would suggest cutting up some raw serrano peppers into little itty-bitty fine pieces and adding it to it, what would really kick it up. So I'm going to post some pictures over here, and let you see, give or take a little bit of the process. Like I said, you had to, what would be roast the tomatoes, the jalapeno, and the chili pesado. You have to, and the garlic too. And you have to roast them on this, I don't know, it's not really a skillet. I don't know the English name for it. And that's pretty bad. But, we call it a comal. You'll see what it is, or la plancha. But you'll see what it is whenever I post the pictures. It's just like a flat griddle. There we go. It's a griddle that you put on the stove. Finally. So I'm going to, you have to toast your tomatoes until they get a little bit charred. Along, same with jalapenos and stuff. And then you just blend it and you liquidate it and cook it for 20 minutes. And then I sauteed my mushrooms. You have to cook your Nepalese. You can't put them. It took a while. I've never cooked with them before, so my fingers hurt. They have cactusy, spiky things in there. I had to take out the little spikes. But anyways, it adds a lot of texture and flavor to it. And trying to think what else. Oh, I added avocado too. And with your eggs, when you put your eggs in, you want to make sure that they don't fall apart. You have to kind of break the eggs like right over on top of the soup. So you don't want pieces of eggs. You want, a full, it almost looks like a fried egg, basically. It's not fried, though. It's boiled, but it was really good. A very odd recipe, but very good. I was kind of saying, I don't know about this, but it was really good. And I missed an ingredient too. You're supposed to add onion, and I forgot the onion at the store, so I went ahead and cooked it without the onion, so it probably would have been even better had I had all the ingredients. So I will let you guys eventually see how to cook it if you want to try it. This is 8 tomatoes, 3 serrano peppers. I added 3 garlic cloves, 1 chili pasado, and like I said, just toast it on the griddle, then throw it in the blender. 1.5 cups of chicken broth, a little bit of salt to, everybody's different on that. And then, liquidate it, blend it all up, and then put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of your pan, and then take your blended stuff, and it's basically a broth, and put it in and let it cook for 20 minutes. And on the side, I know you'll see on the pictures, I had my mushroom sauteing, and I also had my nopales boiling in just plain water. And after 20 minutes, I added the mushrooms, I added the nopales, I added a little bit of cabbage, and of course the chorizo was already cooked. You don't want to cook your chorizo in there. It would, no, real greasy. So I already had cooked chorizo, and then I put that all in there. Let it boil for, I would say, 5 more minutes, max. You're done. So, anyways, that's a rundown, basically, of how to do it if you're a real good cook. And if you're not, like me, you need at least to watch a little bit. It is not uncommon. There's other sauces that I have helped and have watched my sister-in-law do with the roasting and how to blend it and everything else. It wasn't completely new to me, I guess would be the best way to put it. It wasn't completely like, what's that, What do you mean roasted? When I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what that is. But like I said, I added a couple of other things to it, and because the recipe actually, it didn't call for mushrooms. It didn't call for mushrooms, and it didn't call for cabbage. So I added a little bit more. But anyways, I'm excited. I want to try some more recipes. So you guys have a good day.